Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We are here at Cannington Station today. A bit of a random video about... Oh, hang on, some weird people. Yeah, not the best Cannington experience right there, some crazy guy. But yeah, a bit of a random video. We have 3 different things to film today, sort of like station updates. All along the Armadale Thornlie lines, which we'll be traveling on for some of the last times now. Because Armadale Line shutdown starting November 20th, so we don't have much left, much longer on the old line, so enjoy it while we can. I'm pretty pissed off because a few days ago they announced that anyone who traveled on the Armadale Line at least once a week on 13 different non-consecutive weeks in the last 6 months from the 17th of September back 6 months will get free travel for the next 6 months once the Armadale Line shutdown starts. And then I checked how many times I traveled on the Armadale Line. It was like 11 or 12. I think I lost count, but it's not 13. It's not 13, which I'm so angry. I was so close. If I decided on 2 more random occasions when I randomly go out to enjoy trains to go on the Armadale Thornlie line instead of like the airport line, which I probably went on like 40 times in that same time period, I would have had free travel for an entire 6 months, which you don't know how angry that makes me, because that would be such a luxury to know that I could leave home whenever I want and have free travel anywhere in the city for such a long time, even though I'm not at all an Armadale Thornlie line local. And it'd be so funny, like commuting to school up in the northern suburbs, but just having free travel because of the fact that I just managed to go on the Armadale Thornlie line 13 times. But no, I just didn't, so I'm so angry at that. But anyway, we'll talk more about the shutdown in other videos. Today we're here for a few updates, which first one, Cecil Avenue over here, finally open, TP2174 on the 507. Here's a bus stop, which is now been here since 2nd of July, what? No, it opened way later. That's wrong. There's a Armadale Line C pattern coming in now. I just got off the Thornlie train you saw there, but I couldn't film because there's so many weird people, like after I filmed it leave the station. Yeah, so here we have this bus stop, first one out of Cannington for all these routes. The road has finally reopened here. It was closed for about 1.5 years or so, 2 years. I'm not exactly sure how long, while they commenced these upgrade works to the road, which doesn't even look like a road, it's just like pavers. But it is a road. So buses would deviate around the back to get to Cannington Carousel, near where like the bridge across the train line is. I forgot the name of that road, but they would go back there. And some routes which already come from there, like the 280 and 203 and 202, would have to go back the way they came just to get to Cannington Carousel, because this wasn't open. But now that's all back how it used to be, which in fact for the 280 it's the first time that it gets to travel down here, because it was closed ever since the airport line opened and way before that. So it's the first time 280 is traveling down here. 2418 on the 100. So yeah, we're just gonna walk down here. Now I'm not gonna film on the bus. You can actually check out Justin's video for that. He actually filmed it on the first day of operations. But I haven't been here since it opened, even though it's been a few weeks. But yeah, he was on the first day of operations and he went on a 280, which is the one unique route which had never gone on these roads before. So I'll link that video in the corner for you to watch. But I'm just walking down now, just checking it out myself since I haven't seen it yet. There's a bus stop here, but this is not an active bus stop at the moment. Another bus. This is actually stand 16, yes, 16 of the new Cannington Bus Station. Yes, that's correct. Right over here we have Cannington Bus Station, which is going to be the replacement for the bus interchange at Cannington train station as the Armadale Line shutdown commences and they start demolishing Cannington. The buses obviously can't go there, so they built this, a massive bus station here for the Cannington routes. Now this is much closer to the carousel, which is pretty convenient, but yeah, they're still going to be going into the carousel, but you at least, like, basically from any route going to Cannington now, you can just get off here and walk to the carousel if you want. Yeah, so there's an inactive traffic light here at the moment with this road where the buses will also be using. But I have a lot of criticisms regarding the Armadale Line shutdown routes. Like in the original plans, they did have a route from High Wycombe to Maddington, which would have been so good, especially if they extended it further to Gosnells, Kelmscott or even Armadale. Because think about it, Airport Line takes 20 minutes to High Wycombe from Perth, then like a 5-minute transfer, and then based off what Google Maps says, driving from High Wycombe to Armadale would take 30 minutes via all the main stations, and then maybe add another 5 minutes because it's a bus stopping. So that's like an hour, 1 hour to get to Armadale, which is relatively good compared to the current schedule of the train replacement bus route, which says it's going to take 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is double the current time the train takes. And I don't understand why they didn't like keep the High Wycombe routes. They said they were going to connect to other train lines like the Mandurah line and the Airport Line, yet they barely connected to the Airport Line, only with a new 36 with the same terrible frequency as the 37. So it's just so bad. They didn't even connect to the Airport Line properly, and it would have saved so much time. I don't get why, instead of having that stupid like 908 or 10-minute frequency on both the 907 and the 221, which are basically the same route. But if you want to learn more about the routes, check out like the 40-minute video I made describing them. Oh sorry, actually this is stand 16, not over there, that's a different bus stop. Yeah, but I just think it's ridiculous. And then another thing, like if you're going to Thornlie, then 2:30 or 9:30 from Perth, scheduled is 40-45 minutes to get to Thornlie, even 50 in peak, which is crazy, while the train takes 20, even less. So I don't get why they couldn't make routes from Victoria Park to Thornlie, because the train's still running to Victoria Park. That's like 5 minutes, and then like 20 minutes to Thornlie. You'd be there in 25. It would barely be any slower. It's ridiculous. It's so bad. Like I don't know what Transperth is thinking with this planning. I just hate it so much. Everything about it. Like whenever people were talking about the shutdown, it's like, don't worry, it's not going to be that bad. The replacement buses will be good. They will not take double the time. But yes, they will. They will take double the time. I'm so angry about that. I don't know. If anyone knows why, tell me. But it's just crazy. Here's a 280 now. 2590 to High Wycombe coming through here, which hasn't been seen until recently. And the gas bus in 34, 1400 exactly. So yeah, sorry about my rant there, but I've just been thinking about this for the last few days. It's so annoying what they've done. But well, Armadale is actually connected to the Mandurah line with the 529, which is scheduled as only 30 minutes, and it will probably be even faster, like 20, 25, and then like 20 minutes, even less, up to Perth. So you can still get to Perth in under 50 minutes from Armadale by using 529 and Mandurah line, which is good. So you don't need the High Wycombe route to go to Armadale, but at least to Gosnells would have been much better than what it currently is. That's enough ranting about the routes now. Just so you know, I feel very angry about what they've done and made the travel time so slow. Anyway, here is the new Cannington Bus Station. You can see it in there. This will apparently be in operation a few weeks before the shutdown commences, to start testing buses through here before they're critically needed here. So that'll be nice to see. Sometime in October this will be open. It's massive. You can see there's so many shelters and stands all throughout. And then also this stand out on the main road. I don't know why this is here, but okay. Yeah, that's Cannington Bus Station there. Which, that's a massive sign there. Pretty crazy for Transperth having such a big bus station here. 2401 and 280 in the other direction now, see? And it has the same thing as Lakelands. That's Kaya Wanju, and then hello and welcome. Yeah, that is that. Now I'm just gonna walk around the corner, take a look at one of the bus stops there, which hasn't been used since the new thing opened, and then I'm gonna move into the second part of this video. Okay, here we are now at these bus stops. So that one was in use on the other side because they only closed one side of the road, but this side hasn't been in use for a whole 2 years since this closed. So this bus stop's finally back in operation, even though it's just a pole on the side. Sorry, 229 coming past, 1671. So yeah, the other thing also, 908 has always been the train replacement bus route for Thornlie, right? Cannington to Thornlie. Now with the shutdown, they've changed it to be Victoria Park to Cannington, not Thornlie. Meanwhile, Thornlie doesn't even get a train replacement route at any time except peak hours with the very limited 2:30 service. Otherwise, they just have to take 9:30. Like, what? Why couldn't just 908 go to Thornlie? And then you could go straight to Cannington and then take like 51 back to the city or something. It's so stupid. Everything about the routes is so bad. I mean, not everything, but a lot of it is terrible. And the 36 terrible frequency as well, same as 37. And it's probably going to be gas buses. Anyway, I've had so much complaining. Sorry. Okay, here we go now. 20151. This bus stop was not in use until this all reopened. And I'm actually not that knowledgeable of what all the closures were around here. I just know it was closed, but I'm not really a local around here, so I don't specifically know everything how it worked. Justin actually knows more. That's why his video, I'm just repeating what he said in his video. I didn't even know this stuff was not in use because I rarely traveled here. But yeah, anyway, whatever. Here I am. I'm copying the video. Sorry. But that's it. Cannington, Cecil Avenue reopened. Buses going back on the usual paths where they always went before the closures to upgrade the road. Cannington Bus Station is built, all ready for the shutdown to commence in only a few months' time. Now we're going to head over to Thornlie Station to see another thing as part of the shutdown. Yeah, and how it's going there. We'll just get back to Cannington with the bus, because, yeah. Here comes our Thornlie train now. I just missed the one before by a few seconds, so I had to wait a whole extra 15 minutes. Now it's been 30 minutes since I got off, so time's really running out. What, bruh? The screen still says 2 minutes. It's so broken. Anyway, we're just getting on one stop down the cool single track line, which will be no more as well. After shutdown to Thornlie. Here we go, zooming along the single track line. Past the freight lines over there across the bridge. The only single track line on the whole Perth network, never to be seen again in a few months. Like significant distance of single track. And we're here, Thornlie Station. There's actually so many people just on the train just for this one stop. Thornlie is actually so busy. It's like the third busiest Armadale line station, Armadale Thornlie Line station, across both lines. Even though it's just a random spur which wasn't even meant to exist, because it was only built due to them already starting to build this as the Mandra line alignment. Then they changed their mind, so they just made something of it, and then it's this busy. But I really do like it because it really makes the Armadale Thornlie line a lot more interesting, or just the Armadale line, because it has a whole extra service, and the spur, which is a very unique concept to have a spur line. So it's a really cool thing, but that won't be anymore either. The spur line, because it will be extended to Coburn, and then it won't be that special anymore with a one-stop divergence off the main line. Anyway, yeah, we're here at Thornlie now, and lots of people. And the reason we're here is because they've actually already started Armadale Line Thornlie works here by demolishing the end of the platform and getting ready to make the tracks go through it. There's no more buffers here anymore, or I mean windows after the platform, sorry. Not buffers. There is buffers, but it's so different now because they've opened it up. So it looks so weird. Yeah, you can see it's all opened up here. Straight out, so they can continue building alongside the freight railway here and the other train tracks. Just opened, all demolished, the whole wall here gone. Now it's so much more sunny in the station because of this. It's a very weird terminus now. Feels even more strange since it's open, because it used to be like you come to the end, you can't go any further, but now it's open, so it just looks so weird, so different. Yeah, that was just a quick thing, but I just wanted to show it. The cool terminus. This is actually the only proper Heritage Line terminus, because Midland has the weird glass wall and plan, so you can't really see the buffers. Armadale only has one bay platform, the other one continues as AUSTRALIND. Fremantle is nothing, one platform which continues. So this is the only normal Heritage Line terminus where you can actually see the buffers and stand at the end of the platforms, tracks, which is so cool. Yeah, I just love this. I love standing at the end of the tracks, and you can only do this here at Thornlie or at Mandurah, and it's obviously way more significant at Mandurah because you're at the end of like 110 kilometer an hour, not kilometer, 110 kilometer line from Butler, but this is less significant, but it's still pretty cool. And just a cool design for one of these stations instead of all the other hot stations. Why are these two running? Bro, there's 4 minutes. Yeah, and then the single track. Okay, that's enough of my love for Thornlie. I've expressed it enough. Let's go outside now. I'm going to take a 210 or 211 to Gosnells, which is a really fast route. Barely any slower than the train. I mean, it's actually faster than the train. If you want to get from here to Gosnells or Armadale, just take those routes, then switch to trains. Don't go to Cannington and go back. It'll just take longer. I've been on one of them, the 211 I think. I haven't been on 210 or the other way around. So I'm getting on that now. Yeah, so I'll just go over there. Yeah, here we are at the end. I don't know what this bus is doing. It seems to be in service, 207 to Murdoch University, 3341, but it just parked up with its hazard lights on and is not moving. No driver inside. So this is the end here of the car park. It's very sad that this one gets service anymore, and it'll take 50 minutes of the train replacement bus, as I said before. And yeah, that's that. And the tracks will come out here, converge onto where that line is at the moment. The freight line moves over further, and you can see the back of the platform right here opened up. I don't know why they randomly decided to do this now, a few months before, but they have. Yeah, that's the best view right there. Wow, so weird. Okay, let's go now. My 211 is departing now. Here's the 212. Yeah, let's go. Never mind, the 207 is doing fine. It's doing a service now. Here goes the 212 Southern River. Pretty bad bus. And the 211 is right behind it, which is the slower of the two. Last time I took 210. Both of the routes are very straight. Just straight that way and then straight up, or the 210 goes straight and then diagonally up. That's why it's faster. And here's the train just departing now. Doors closed. And while all the buses here are up to the 211 is coming in. It's the gas bus, so that's pretty cool. 2017. We'll take it over to Gosnells. But these are, yeah, it's really weird. 211 is a weekday only route, while 210 operates on Saturday but not Sunday, and then on Sunday it's only 212 out of these three here. So weird. An hourly 212 on Sunday. And 212 also has a Friday only evening service, which is one of the only routes to have that. So weird. Okay, let's get on board. Okay, transport, what is this? Gosnells. It's just been saying Gosnells the whole time. Gosnells. And we're at Armadale. Like, what is this scene? Look at that. Yeah. We're at Armadale, but it's just saying Gosnells. Anyway, just arrived. I took the 211 and now the train. Same set as before on the Thornlie Line, actually, when I started the video. Yeah, I'm going on the bus now. And you can see here what they've done. They've made a whole new road on that side in the sand, and they've closed this car park off as well, full of sand, all for more bus, for the new Armadale bus station over there, while they demolish this station. So this will be removed, because this is so trash. I hate Armadale at the moment. The bus interchange is so bad. And what is this random platform, but then no buses stop on this side. It's so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna go on the 254 now to Byford, and I'll explain more once we get there. Okay, now we don't have the best lighting, but here's 2016. The one after the one I was on before, 2017. Departing the first stop in the Byford area. I just got off here, 26749, and this here is the Thomas Road over Rail Bridge. So this bridge was built as a preliminary thing before the Armadale line is extended down to Byford to remove level crossings which currently exist here for the AUSTRALIND train. So two lanes were completed in November last year, almost a year ago, and traffic was one directional. But now, just earlier this week, they opened the other side of the bridge, which looks like it's this side since it's got darker asphalt. So it's open now, and you can walk across it. So I'm just gonna walk across, show you this, because I've never ever actually been out on foot in Byford. I've passed through in the AUSTRALIND, I've passed through by car, and by bus I've gone like to Armadale Reptile Centre, but I've never been in Byford, which is so surprising for me. I've never been in this suburb, and I never even thought about it. I never realized until earlier this week I saw the news they finished the bridge, and I was like, oh, how have I never been there? So I'm here now, although it's pretty late. It's already 6 p.m. since I've had to film those other two things, and Byford has terrible service. Like, it's got 4 different routes coming through here: 251, 252, 253, 254. 252 goes to Mundajong, continues past Byford. 253 goes to Jarrahdale, but only a few times a day. That's the furthest you can go, all the way down to zone 6 from Armadale. But 251 and 254 both terminate in Armadale, in Byford, and 254 is the longer of the two. So it's good, pretty okay on weekdays, although the last service back is at 6:40, which is the one I'm catching in only 40 minutes time, and if I miss that I'm stuck here, so I definitely have to get on it. And then on Saturdays, all those routes actually still run, all 4 of them, but they're much more scarce, so it's harder to get on the correct service. But then on Sunday, none of them run except 254, which 254 has a 2-hourly frequency. Yes, like what? How is that reasonable for a place this size? 2-hourly. Unbelievable. And then soon they'll be getting a train line after the Armadale line shut down. They can get on the Transperth train like every 15 minutes. What? They really need to improve their service. They do have the AUSTRALIND train though, so if you get a smart commuter card, some people here might actually take the AUSTRALIND in the morning and take it back in the evening, because it's ridiculous to have to take the bus and that. So this actually looks like we're in the middle of nowhere right now. If you look around, it's a super long bridge, hills in the distance, but the tracks are actually down here. It's obviously a single line right now for the AUSTRALIND. Wait, I'll try to get the camera to focus for you. Yep, there you go. That's the best I can do. So that's the old level crossing and the single track line right there. We're just at the very northern edge of Byford right now. The station's not near here. I'll go and look at it later. But yeah, this was a level crossing before, a pretty bad one. So once the, oh wow, it's such a straight track, it's crazy. Once the Armadale line extension happens, this would be so bad to have, oh yeah, that's a good view, to have this constant railway crossing here. And there's actually like so many level crossings between Armadale and Byford, like 8 or something, or 7, and I think they're removing them all as well as part of during the shutdown, so that'll be useful. But this is the first one they removed because it was the most major road. Thomas Road links Byford all the way down to Rockingham via Kwinana in between. I think it changes road names, but still, if you go straight here, you get straight to Kwinana Station, and it's also the road that Tonkin Highway terminates on, so very, very useful. Thomas Road, that's why they had to do this, because it's such a major road. But this is so long, look at this, it's such a long PSP to get all the way down. I might not even go all the way. I'm gonna check on the map where this goes. Yeah, this just goes down to the much more suburban parts of Byford. I don't want to walk all the way down there right now, but this is the best view you'll get. Here the left lane ends now, and then you merge right and it's back to a single lane road all the way out through the bush, then through like Hope Town or something. Sorry, I'm looking at the sun, it's not that great. Down to Kwinana. Sun's about to set over there. It looks pretty crazy in the camera. But yeah, this is just the bridge across the tracks. I think that view of the tracks was the best you can get. So, unless... Nah, I just can't reach to the top. Standing on my tippy toes, I just can't reach there. Sorry. So yeah, that's the best view you're gonna get. I'm gonna walk down past the railway now. It's actually 2 more kilometers into the town center, but I just had to get off there so I can walk the bridge, the new bridge. So here it is. Good Metronet project. Now I'm gonna walk to the town center in like 20 minutes, and then there'll be 20 minutes left on my bus back, so I'll just buy something in the shop and then I'll quickly have to leave. Although the AUSTRALIND will be coming through the evening service soon, so I might see if I can spot it over at Byford train station from the outside just before I get on the bus. And that'll be it for this video. I just wanted to update you here, and I wanted to check out Byford, but I'll definitely be coming back another time at a much more reasonable time so I can get a better look around, because this few minutes in the evening is not gonna cut it, and it's actually pretty scary. Like, look how empty and lonely it is here, and it's turning to be night, so better hurry up. Yeah, here we go. Here's the sign: Metronet building for tomorrow, Thomas Road over rail, part of the Byford Rail extension project, right here. Anyway, here's Southeastern Highway now, where the main buses run down, although it's pretty terrible. Southeastern Highway doesn't have any paths, as you can see here, and all the bus stop embankments are literally dirt, like red sand, like you find in the outback. It's so bad. I realized actually the last 252 of the day down to Mundajong, which goes straight to the town center, doesn't go over there where the 254 goes. Well, it's actually 254 on the bridge right now, going back. But yeah, the last 252 is about to come through. Although, yeah, so I could take that to the town center straight down. Just watch this one, 1649. But it's pretty ridiculous because there's no bus stops here for the 252. So I have to run down Southeastern Highway still for like 500 meters to get to the bus stop. So I don't even know if I'll make it there in time. But I'll try to. So I don't have to walk all the way to the town center. Last 252, let's go. Yes, it's 4 minutes late. Very grateful for that, otherwise I wouldn't have caught it. See, this here's a typical example of a Southeastern Highway bus stop. Just some yellow dash line on the side of the road, and then a pole in the red sand. Bro, the next one's right there, what the hell? Next one's right there, that flashing 50 sign. The shelter. So the bus is already here, 13133. Here it is, it's already coming. Last 252, just in time. Here we go now. A much newer Optimus 3344 departing Byford Town Centre for Mundajong town site on the display. It feels so weird having those around here. Yep, so here we are. That was just a quick trip. But 13138, but I've never been here before. This is the Byford Town Centre. Never have I been here. It's unbelievable. It feels like I discovered a new place. Like, these bus routes here is so crazy. So here we go, Pinjarra, 50 kilometers away from here. That's still pretty far, but the AUSTRALIND can take you there. So I might do that these holidays actually, take the AUSTRALIND to Pinjarra and then take the 600 back up. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to this crossing over here. This route's so weird. There's like 2 stops right next to each other. Oh my god, crazy people. And then a massive gap to the next one. It's so bad. Yeah, here's the shelter. So, oh my gosh. So yeah, there's actually a dome here as well. And this one's one of the few open till 9, which I really like. But unfortunately, bus services here restrict me from ever coming here. Because like in the evening, because I can't get back after 6:40. I literally have 20 minutes and I have to go back. Let's use this crossing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so here you can see some more ridiculously close pairs of bus stops. They're so close. These are 100 meters apart. Almost as close as the closest bus stop. So you have this one here. Then there's another one down there just past that 50 sign, if you can see. But it's even more crazy on the other side. It's right there. Right there, behind that tree. Right there, you see? There's the pole, and then just over here past the crossing, here's the next one. The blue shelter. Unbelievable. But then the next one's like so far down next to the Byford train station. Yeah, so, ooh, this is a nice restaurant. Yeah, so as I said, I'll definitely come back here during the day once. Hopefully not on Sunday with the 2-hour frequency. check out some more of the routes. I'll try to go to Armadale once as well, but that's pretty hard because there's no return service if you go down there, so I'm gonna have to run or use my scooter or something. Yeah, so here's the train line right now. I can't believe transport trains are gonna come here eventually. Then I'll be coming here all the time from like May 2025. And you can't even get to the other side, so now that I want to go to the coals on the other side, what am I meant to do? You can't trespass across the line, I have to walk all the way around. Oh, actually, look at that. Funnily enough, there's my 254 that I was on before when I got off at the bridge. It's only just come around because it's a 25-minute loop to get round back to the town center. So I actually didn't lose any time if I went here all the way with this bus. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's 6:30 now. We're outside Byford train station, what currently exists, with this weird embankment bay here. Probably for the replacement coach. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. Actually, no, there's a 254 deviation here. That eventually this will be a whole transfer station. But at the moment, look at this crap. This is Byford train station, the only rail service they have twice a day towards Perth and back. There's a random shelter here. Yeah, this is actually crazy. There's a random shelter which you can wait for people to pick you up in if you need. I was actually considering going to here once on the last AUSTRALIND, so I could then go back with the bus. Train services will only stop for pre-booked passengers, which would only be 5 minutes after you get off because the bus leaves right after. But I'm gonna do the same anyway because I'm about to film it come through. But I'm not gonna do that now since the last AUSTRALIND is actually on the 17th, so 2 days earlier, and then they already start replacing by coach, not the 19th. So yeah, here's the ramp. You can go up or the stairs. I don't know what's the point of the stairs. The ramp's like super short, but then you go up, and this is literally it. The smallest platform ever. This is just classic Trans-WA stations. Just this tiny platform. The super straight railway all the way down, straight line, Byford. And yeah, that's it. There's literally nothing here. You can see the car markers, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down. Most common, of course, is 2. So the train is scheduled now, actually 6:36, 1 minute, which looks like it's already late since it's not here. And then I'll have to quickly rush over to the bus stop because the bus leaves in 5 minutes. So yeah, we'll just see if we can catch it come through the station. It only will stop if someone's booked to get off or on. Clearly no one's getting on, because you're meant to be here 15 minutes early, so just someone might be getting off. But that's weird. That's like if there's some really intelligent commuters who realize they can pay for a smart commuter card, which isn't even that much, to come to Byford each night from the city if they don't want to take the Armadale line and bus if they walk in the city. That'd be crazy. Imagine being a daily commuter on the AUSTRALIND. Well, I hope it comes through soon because I'm gonna have to leave in like 3 minutes if it doesn't, so it's typically late like always. It's pretty scary here. I really don't like Armadale and Byford as a whole. Like both places are, and Goslings are very like dangerous, scary, dead, quiet. But like it's very quiet, but then as soon as there's some dangerous people, it gets much worse. Alright, I think I heard the AUSTRALIND horn, so it should be coming through soon. It definitely shouldn't be too late considering this is just one stop after Armadale. But I really cannot miss my bus, otherwise I'm stuck here. I'll be booking a taxi then, because there's no other way. Or like an Uber. Or just take this down to Bunbury. And then what? I don't know. Nah. You obviously can't if you haven't pre-booked it. Yeah, I'll just wait if it comes. Oh yes, here it is now. It's coming. It's just crossing the main level crossing in the Byford town centre, which still exists, not the Thomas Road one. Which is just like 200, 300 meters up that way. I can't show it to you though because I have to rush to the bus just down the street. I can't actually go to the first stop sadly, but I'll see it another time. Yep, here it comes around the corner, probably one stop, so I'll just zoom past this small platform. Their only train service, so crazy. And sorry for making this video so long again, but it was just a bit of my adventure down here through Armadale, Byford, Thornlie, Cannington. Okay, here it is. Express straight through, no one using it. What a pointless station here at Byford. Damn, that's so scary driving that through the bushland in the night. That's crazy. Straight down to Bunbury. Yep, that's it. Gotta rush to the bus now. Yeah, so here we are. I just ran back actually. So this is the main Byford village. Coles and Woolworths here, and 7-Eleven, KFC, all the stuff. There's the level crossing right in the middle of Byford. Railway crossing, which is just closed here, but I rather filmed it at the station. There's 1 minute left now. We're gonna get on the 254, just one stop after the first stop, which is around the corner there, the Aldi. I would go to the first stop, but there was someone chasing me earlier when I got off, asking me to come here. Typical Byford bogan, or like the whole Southeastern area, so I don't want to go past there. Oh no, there's some weird people here as well. Yeah, the bus should be here soon, so no more filming.